So if you're in those positions where I'm struggling, like if he just is biting down on that grip and I just like in here and I just can't get out from this position and I'm pushing on the face and he's just got good pressure. He's not necessarily hitting me, but I just can't get out of this position. We can utilize close quarter striking to open up the doors. Don't think of it as fight finishers. If it finishes the fight, phenomenal. If it knocks them down to the ground and you can get to a good position right away or you can get out of there right away, phenomenal. But don't do these moves with that intention. Instead, your only goal with these motions, other than to give damage, is to open up the door. So I want to use this as an opportunity to either completely break the grips and get out, or get to a more dominant position. So the 3 strikes that I like to utilize are elbows, headbutts, and knees. All close quarter and don't require a lot of pullback. So like a heel palm, like unless you're doing like the 1-inch punch, Bruce Lee's infamous 1-inch punch, it's not really going to do much damage, especially for like this close. Like I'm not going to hit him hard, but I can hit him as hard as I can from here, but I just don't have, I don't have the momentum from this angle. And even if we were like out here, like let's say I'm in this position, I don't necessarily want to come here and start throwing punches. Yes, I can get a lot of power, but there's a lot of time and space in between that he can literally just shoot his arm up in the middle and block it and tie it up, and so he can easily avoid those. So instead, we work close quarters. So let's just work again from a clinch position like this. Say maybe you got a collar grab and this, or a collar grab and an underhook, or overhook, any of these situations. A couple options that you have from here. If we're going for knees, suck this person in nice and tight, and I don't want to go hammer time with knees. 1 or 2, right to the groin, inner thigh, and again, I'm looking just to get the person moving. I'm not sitting here trying to just go boom, boom, boom like we're hitting tie pads. It's just 1 quick knee to open up the door, and you're going to notice, especially for Ty when he's fighting for these grips, boom, space is going to open. Now I'm at a position where, cool, maybe I can stuff this arm and work around and take it back because I just stunned him for a split second. But it's not where I'm going to, like you see in the movies, where I hit the knee, he drops, grabbing his groin, and fight's over, okay? But it opens up that door. So whether I hit the groin, you hit the inner thigh, you hit the outer thigh, and it doesn't just have to be like a straight knee. Some of like the Thai knees, their knees actually come out and come back in, because again, a lot of like Thai fighters are going to be like this, and they're throwing the body knees this way. So those still work, but it's close quarters, and you can't really do much to defend it at that point, especially if he's not expecting it. So knees are a big one. Headbutts. Now, I don't want to go face to face. This is more so in the sense of like, let's say we're down like this type of position, and I know his head is right here. I can literally just shift my weight and drive my head right into his face. Just enough, again, to where I know if I get a good headbutt there, he's going to start pulling his hands back, he's going to start protecting his face, and I can use that as an open. If we're in a position where we're a little bit closer like this, again, I got my head pressure here, maybe he turns his head this way, and maybe I got like a good post on the head. Well, now maybe I'll hook the head, and as I pull him in, I drive, top of my forehead right into the face. I don't necessarily want to do this if his head is turned or down, because that's where you're getting the harder bone. I want it when I know I'm going to hit his face. So again, if we're here, drive that head straight in. I like to utilize this stuff when we're in these close positions here. And again, I can get a good grip, pull them in, and just drive the headbutt in. Right? So headbutts are another one. And even if it's not necessarily a headbutt per se, me just driving my head in as hard as I can and then keep applying that pressure, it's going to make it difficult for him to turn his head back into me. And as he tries to get his head control back, I now have complete control over positioning, because his head's looking the other direction, which means energy and force coming towards me has dropped, because he can't physically recompose from that. All right. Last one, and probably the best ones to utilize, are elbows, because you can throw them from multiple different angles. In this position, again, got my underhooks, whatever from here. I can shift my weight and just come straight down. Real easy. Instead of, again, lining up heel palms, just shift my weight from here. If I was holding, let's say, a collar grab this way, I can literally just shift my elbow into the face here. I can literally grab the head and drive the other elbow in here. Again, from here, I can drive my elbow up, I can drive my elbow down, I can throw the headbutt, you can throw the knees, I can come up with an elbow, come back down with an elbow, but it's all done in close quarters to where they can't actively defend it as easily. Or if he does start defending them, so even from here, I'll turn this way so you can see better, but even from here, if he's fighting to get this underhook in, perfect. I'm just gonna let him start working it, and I'm just gonna drive this elbow across, and drive another elbow, and drive another elbow, and start working knees, and start working elbows. But again, it's different from like this position, from me winding up punches, to where I can still control the body and just drop an elbow, drop an elbow, and just completely clear them out of the way. So knees, elbows, headbutts. 3 things to utilize in close quarters, but again, the focus is 100% create opportunities, create space, and I'm looking for reactions. Obviously, if I can finish the fight from there, that's great, but it opens up the door for me to get to dominant position, whether I use that to then sweep them down from here, and now we can start working these positions. But again, you can utilize these on the ground, which we've gone over and stuff. Again, from here, I can like post on the face here. I can drop elbows this way. I can drop elbows here. I can work knees in from this position. I can literally like grab the head, you know, I don't necessarily want to headbutt on the ground, but you have options from there. Close quarter strikes are great too. It's harder to see them. They're still very powerful. It's hard to defend them, and it's great for just opening up opportunities.